Hey everyone, this is your 2022 Bay County Kickoff presented by Launchpad Disc Golf Players Meeting. Really excited to kind of talk through some things. This is our kickoff tournament, kind of our club drive for the year. If you have any questions kind of about the club stuff, feel free to reach out to us. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brent Gann. I'm the president of Bay County Disc Golf Club. I'm actually not running this event, so really excited. Dustin Garner has stepped up. He is going to run an event. One of the key initiatives this year for us is to have more people who are running events, and Dustin decided to take on the first one. So we've got 5 events planned this year, and at least 4 people running those 5 events. So really excited, really thankful to Dustin for kind of stepping up and offering his time. These tournaments take a ton of time to run and a lot of coordination, and really appreciate him. So make sure if you see Dustin on the course on Saturday, you thank him for all the hard work. Kind of talking about the tournament itself. So really excited about this. We got Matteo coming down, pretty decent pro field. On the AM side, it is player pack only. We do have trophies though, so stick around and get your trophy if you place toward the top. The players pack, really awesome. We've got a fleece lined custom beanie we had made up for this event, a mini, a disc, and a sticker. And then also we have some custom hot sauce with the Majet brand that we're really excited about. So really excited about this event, excited for the player experience. So it's going to be great. We have Dustin Skorpinski from Terry Miller's Disc Golf Guide Network. He's coming down. He's going to help us out with some footage. And Terry's going to commentate that and put it online. So we have Matt Orm coming in. This will be his first sanctioned round with Westside Plastic. So really excited to see kind of Matteo. We have the bookends of the Prodigy, his last round with the Monster Mash, and then this first round with Westside. So excited, stoked to see Matteo come out this weekend and all our other pros. On the sponsor side, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor who kind of helped us put this together with Terry Miller is Launchpad Disc Golf. You go check out launchpaddiscgolf.com. They have a plan to bring something this year and kind of elevate player experiences at tournaments. So really excited about what they do. I think you guys will agree that Bay County Disc Golf Club is very passionate about great player experiences at tournaments. And so, our visions line up with Launchpad Disc Golf very well. So really excited to kind of see what they bring to the table. You go to their website, you can type in your email address and then hit submit. And then what they're going to do is they're going to send out an email when they're ready to take off and kind of talk through everything that they plan to bring to the sport of disc golf. They also have a Facebook page set up, so you can go like them there. Other sponsors, we've got Bruce Cope with Cope Corp. He's sponsored a hole this year. And then also Dennis Nelson with Keller Williams Success Realty. So shout out to Bruce and Dennis for supporting everything we do. Really appreciate you guys. Moving on to day of. So day of, if you came to the Tinsel Toss, you might have seen our food truck there, Copper Grill. Really excited. Those guys have decided to come back for this event. So they'll be out there for breakfast. They'll be out there for lunch. They'll have some pre-packaged items that you can pick, or you can pick anything off the menu. But definitely remember, lunch is very quick. So get in line, get through that line real fast. That way they can get all the food going. So really excited to have those guys back. We're going to start at 8:30 sharp. So we'll start registration between 7:15 7:30. Check in. Your tee assignments will be posted to the Pdga website on Friday. So you check in, grab your players pack, and then you can warm up and head out to your tee assignment. 2-minute warning at 8:28. Boop, boop, 2 horn blasts, and then 1 horn blast at 8:30. And then we'll start. We'll play 1 full round. We'll take an hour break. We'll all eat lunch. Copper Grill food is going to be awesome. At the end of lunch, your tee assignments, or during lunch, your tee assignments will be posted to the Pdga website again. From there, you can go back to your holes, and then we'll start an hour after that. We'll post the tee time on Disc Golf Scene, and then we'll also post it on the Pdga page. So when the tee assignments pop up, it'll show you your tee time. Couple of things I want to just cover is that there are a few rules this year. It's 2022. New Pdga rules have taken effect. So I want to make sure you guys know that. So just quickly going through a couple of the key rule changes. One is on holing out. So you throw your disc, it hits the basket, it goes in, it counts. So what does it mean when it goes in or it counts? And that is the disc is supported by the basket or the chains in any way. So that's the tray or the chains. So if you throw it and it's sitting on top, it counts. If it's in the chains, or if it's sitting on top of the cage. Let me be clear. On top of the cage counts. If it's in the chains, it counts. If it's stuck in the cage from the inside or outside, it counts. If it's in the bottom of the cage, it counts. If it's sitting on top, so if you have the band sitting on top of the entire target, does not count. You would have to mark that. You'd have to tap in. If it is below the basket at any point, like if you caught a screw on the pole or something, doesn't count. So it has to be supported by the basket cage or the chains within. So that means the rule last year was a little bit complicated. You had to see how the disc entered the plane of this. Doesn't anymore. It's all about where the disc comes to its final rest, either in the chains or supported by the cage basket part of the complete target. Once again, the band does not count. So if it's on the band top, hanging from it, none of that counts. Moving on, you might know with Majet, we do offer 2 meters of relief from OB. OB relief has changed a bit. So if you don't want to take, so we're giving you 2 meters perpendicular. If you want to take your 1 meter with the rule, you can, and you can take that anywhere on a semicircle. So you take your 1 meter anywhere on the semicircle, but if you want to take that casual relief in for your 2 meters, you're going to bring that in perpendicular. One other big thing that doesn't really affect Majet too much, but I'm going to mention anyways, is they've changed the pace of play rule. So used to, a thing could be that it was clear, the playing area was clear, safe, and free of distraction. They've removed free of distraction. So if there's a car driving by behind the basket on 10, for instance, that is not a reason to restart your throw. Your 30 seconds starts when the playing area is clear. So if people are out of the fairway, you ready to go, you assess your lie, you have 30 seconds. So we always want to make sure the pace of play keeps going because Majet is a long walk and we want to get people through at a reasonable hour. And then I'm going to skip one and come back to it. One other rule is if you don't make it to your starting hole when we start. So if at 8:30 you're not at your starting hole, it's par plus 4. If you show up and they're halfway through, sorry, you're going to take a par plus 4 and you're starting the next one. So please make sure you're on time. Please make sure that you are ready to go. Let's talk mandatories. This is a little bit of a different rule. I think it's a better rule, but it does change it. So at Majet, we do have several mandatories. There's one on hole 1, one on hole 7. There's a double mandatory on hole 7. You have a mandatory on hole 8 if you're playing blues. And then there's a double mandatory on hole 16. So 5 total mandos. The way the rule has changed is that now the mandatory route creates restricted airspace. So used to, if you went through and you were through the mando and you came back, like that was fine. However, because of the restricted airspace, that means if you ever pass through restricted airspace, that means that now that is not a valid shot. So that would mean that if you hit a tree past on hole 16, you kick back through the mando. You can't say I already made the mando and go out wide. That would be restricted airspace. If you kick back and you come on the side of the mando, you have entered the restricted airspace. You have missed the mando. You proceed to the drop. We're pretty fortunate. That's probably not going to happen too much at Majet for us because there aren't a ton of trees where you can kick and get funny angles. Hole 16 is probably the only one. Potentially hole 7 if you got a weird roll or kick. But something to note, that mandatory rule has changed a bit, created restricted airspace, and you got to stay out of the restricted airspace. So that is really the big set of the rules. If you have any questions, of course, the best thing to do is to play a provisional. So if you're not sure about a rule application, play a provisional, and then we can assess that at Tournament Central and get the final score in correctly. That is about it. So like I said, player pack only for AMs. We have trophies for all divisions. Come on out and hang out with us. It's going to be really fun. If you're not playing in the event or you know somebody not playing that likes disc golf, feel free to tell them come out and watch. We're going to have some really great players out there. And then post-produced coverage will be live on the Disc Golf Guy Network. A little bit after, we've got to send cameras back. They got to do editing, so it's going to take some time to do that. But really excited about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the course just real quick. But I think most of you have seen Majet or played it, so you should be good to go there. We also will have some drone footage hopefully coming this week. We're having some technical difficulties with that, but hoping to get some drone footage out this week for all the layouts so that you guys can watch through that. So we will see you on Saturday. Once again, shout out to Launchpad Disc Golf, Cope Corp, and Dennis Nelson with Success Realty. Please let those guys know you appreciate them supporting what we do. Without them, we couldn't. And then please also give Dustin a shout out for just thank him for helping run this event. And we'll see you guys Saturday on the course side. So if you've played before and you know the course, feel free to drop. But just quick going through the course, a couple of things to make sure. We do have a caddy book at monstermajet.com. You can pull that up. We also will have the rules in the PDGA live scoring app. So when you go through, the big things to note are hole one. So you have water is OB throughout the course. So if you land in a pond, you're OB. On the OBs that are a bit different is, so there's a mandatory in hole one, OB deep. So that'll be marked. There's some stakes there. There'll be flags. There's a line painted. But that's to protect eight's basket and to protect your fairway on hole one from hole eight's tee pad if they're playing blue. Hole two has OB encircling the fairway and green. Once again, flagged, staked. You should be able to see that pretty well. Hole three has OB to the right where hole two is, so that line is shared. Hole four has OB to the right side behind the hill, and then there's a path on the blind side where the two baskets are located. Five has OB to the left of the blue basket and deep. There's a path, but you can see those paths from the tee pad. Six, there's OB completely around the fairway and green. You're teeing from out of bounds. So if you throw a shot, let's say you throw a forehand or a big turnover, it never crosses in bounds, falls out into seven's fairway. You must re-tee. So there's no drop zone there. It requires a re-tee if you never cross in bounds. But you'll see there from the path in, there is a line for four's fairway. That line will be OB kind of where the hill is. Seven, the only OB you have to worry about are water. Eight has OB to the far left side of the fairway and then left of the green for the blue basket and also has a Mando. So a lot on the left. You really want to play that hole to the right. Hole 9 has OB right and deep. The path in front, like short of the basket, is not OB. So that path is casual. You can play through that. That's fine. There's also OB left protecting 18's fairway. Hole 10, there is OB water right and left, and then OB where the road is way past 10 blues basket. That should not happen, but if you go way past that, there's OB there. Hole 11 is open. There's OB water to the left. I don't think anybody's ever been in it. I don't think anybody ever should. But I do want to clarify that water would be OB, but no real OB when you throw the shot. 12, same thing. There's water OB, but no other. 13, if you've not played that in a bit, we've now defined an OB line on the left-hand side. We removed the Mando. So we've created a kind of tighter hole. Not real tight. There's plenty of room to land. But it circles, and then behind the green, there's an OB line well past the green. If you play in the tinsel toss, we had an island green. It's not an island, so you have everything is inbounds all the way to the green. 14, you have OB on either side with a path, and then deep, there's a tree there. It's marked. There'll be a line there. The paths, so one thing to note, 14 is the only one this is the case, and you'll see it with the lines. The paths are in. So every other hole path's out. You'll see the orange line painted on the inside of the path. In that case, the path is in. So just know the orange lines are the official lines. 15, basket sits on a mound. There's a path behind it. That's definitely one you want to watch out for. You can't really see it, so just know that behind that, well behind the basket, is OB. 16 has OB right and left and deep. There's also a double Mando on 16, so you have to make both Mandos, otherwise proceed to the drop. 17, the only OB is the water. Basket sits on a peninsula. All of the water surrounding is OB. And then 18 has OB in the left of the path, the parking lot, and then there's some OB right of the blue basket. So should all be well marked. It's on the signs. We have everything listed, and we'll have it flagged. So please just keep an eye out. We look forward to seeing you guys this Saturday, and have fun. Thanks, guys.